Click on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet, and don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss an update. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Monica here. I hope you all are doing great. So in today's video we are going to learn about a new option that Salesforce has given us in the flow builder, that is view test. So if you want to learn about this new option, if you want to learn how to use that, what are the consequences, what are the benefits, then keep on watching. But before that, if you are a first timer here or if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please click on the subscribe button below. That will be awesome. Now without any further ado, let's dive straight into it. Okay, so in this example, we are going to learn about a new option that Salesforce has given us in the flow builder, that is view test beta. Okay, so that will just only be available for the record triggered flow, and that will only run for the run immediately action. Okay, you can add only the test for the run immediately actions. Now for that, I have one flow. Okay, so in this flow, what I'll be doing is we are adding a condition. Whenever an account is created, then it will check if the account name equals to ACC name, which is a variable, and in this variable we have added a default value Monica. So basically, when an account will be created, account name is Monica, then it will create a case for that account name. Okay, so these are the fields for the case, and the case will be created. So whenever an account will be created, it will check if the name is Monica. If the name is Monica, then it will create a case for that account. Okay, now let's add a test to it. Here's a button which is view test. Let's click on that and create a test. Okay, so these 3 points are here that is required. You have to fill them. In that we have to add a test name. Let's say account name check. And for triggered path, run the test when a record is created. That will be selected automatically because we are adding the flow when an account will be created. Okay, and for the path for the test, this is run immediately. You can't change that. In the second option, which is set initial triggering record, so basically we will set which account will trigger this record to run. Okay, which account will trigger this flow to run. Let's go to that and set the initial values for the record that triggers the test. If you convert the debug run to a test, the values are set from the debug run's triggering record. After the test finishes, all the transitions are rolled back. Okay, so here it is asking for account name because the account will trigger this record. Okay, so let's select my account, and when you will select an account, all the details will be filled automatically. Let's go to the third option, set assertions. So what are assertions? Assertions basically are conditions. Okay, if you're familiar with Apex, you will remember that we create test classes for Apex. This is same as that. And do you remember for one class also we can create multiple tests with multiple conditions? So that is that. So for one test we can also add multiple conditions and check which condition is failing and which condition will pass. Okay, and for assertions, let's do one thing. Let's change the variable name. ACC name equals to let's write Abella. Okay, so now what will happen is when the test will run, it will check if the account name is Abella. Okay, so that will be wrong and the test should fail. Okay, now let's add a custom failure message. So if your assertion fails, you can add a custom failure message. Why? Because there can be multiple assertions to a test. So to identify which assertion occurred the failure, you should add a custom message. And let's write the message. Account name was not Monica. Okay, and let's save it. If you want to add more assertions, you can add it by clicking here, but we want only one assertion, so we will just save it. And let's click on view test again. This is our test that we have created. You can add multiple tests for a flow. Okay, let's just select this test and then we will run it. Okay. So this test should fail basically. Let's run it and check. Click on run. The selected test was run and the result is fail. Now you want to check the details of the flow, right? The details of the test. Click on this button, run test and view details. And here you can see failed. Okay, and what is the detail? The assertion failed because the condition was not met. Correct. Condition was account name equals to Abella because we changed the name from Monica to Abella. The custom failure message was account name was not Monica. Correct. So What are the benefits of custom failure message? You can check which assertion failed, what was the message, what was the reason for the failure. Okay, now what we'll do is we will add another assertion to the same test. Let's click on edit and set assertions. Now the first assertion failed because the name was Abella. Let's add the second assertion and add the name correctly, which is Monica. Okay, so the second one should pass. Now let's just save it and run it. Select this test and run. Okay, so this one fails, but let's go to the details to check which assertion failed. Okay, see the first one with the name Abella failed, but the second one is not evaluated. Why? So what happens is when the first assertion fails, the test stops because the first condition is not right, it is failing. Okay, so the second one is not evaluated itself. Okay, now let's go to the edit test button and let's change it. Let's make the first one to pass and give Abella to second one. So now the first one will pass and the second one will fail. Okay, so now just save it and let's run it again. Run. This is a fail, but let's go to the run and view details page. Now here you can see the first one passed because the name was Monica and the second one failed because the name was Abella. Okay, so here you can see if the first one passes, only then it will go to the second assertion, otherwise it will just stop there. Okay, so the second assertion will not be evaluated if the first one was failed. If the first one was passed, then it will go to the second assertion, right? So that is it for today. That was today's example. So it was basically how you can test your flow, so you will make sure that your flow works perfectly in every situation, in every condition. You can add multiple conditions, you can add every possibility to check if your flow is working in every condition. Okay, that will just make sure the process of the flow in the future and how your flow will work in the future in all those conditions, and you can rectify it before activating the flow, right? Also in this example I have shown you how you can create multiple tests, how you can add multiple assertions, what will happen if the first one will fail itself. Okay, so that is it. That was the example. I hope you find this useful. I'll see you super soon in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.